Hello, Nikisha Ware here, reporting live in Jackson, Mississippi. And guys, I wondered if anybody owned one of these, maybe circa 1990. Did you have one? Well, I did. I had two keys. The keys had holes in them, of course, where the ring goes. And y'all, I wore it in my earring. Hey Bianca, I put this on today, getting ready to head out, and I thought about Miss Jackson, Miss Janet Jackson, and I was like, guys, what can people, business owners, entrepreneurs learn from Miss Jackson? She was phenomenal in the 90s. As a matter of fact, my mom and I were talking about her and her new child and how exciting that is. But guys, entrepreneurs, we don't look at things just with the physical eye. We look at things differently. We have a different perspective. We're always wondering, how can I look at this? How can I learn from it? And so I was thinking, how can entrepreneurs learn from Janet Jackson's life? It is not debatable that she was amazing. And as entrepreneurs, that's what we strive to be. We're going for progress, not perfection, but always looking at how we can improve our practice, our daily habits, our daily practices, how we can improve, how we can bring more and better value to the people that we serve through our goods, products, and services. So I jotted down 5 ways that in my opinion, entrepreneurs really can learn from Miss Jackson. And the first one is, guys, personal branding. Now, she was the queen for this. If you are an entrepreneur and you want to grow and expand your skills, then you've got to just hunker down and develop your own personal branding. How are you going to appear and show up in the world? Right now, she, better than anyone, had this down. Look, when she was doing Control, now if that album was the anthem for independence, if that was the Declaration of Independence, then Rhythm Nation was the Constitution. During that era, guys, what she was saying is, hey, this is what independence looked like. I'm breaking from my family. I know, Carolyn, right? Love Janet. And I'm breaking from the industry. I'm breaking from the shell. I'm no longer Miss Penny. And what was the young lady's name when she was in Different Strokes? I'm not that little girl anymore. I'm in control. And so entrepreneurs, take control of your branding, your personal branding. So that's one thing that we can learn from Ms. Jackson. All right, the second thing is to reinvent ourselves. Now, we know Trump, Kiyosaki, Zuckerberg, Gates, Buffett, Jay-Z. These people had it in their hearts. They knew a long time ago that they wanted to be business builders. They wanted to be entrepreneurs. And time, after every failure or what was perceived or may have been seen as a failure, guys, they reinvented themselves, like Madonna, really, and Janet was good about that. Guys, I don't care what era, what change in the genre has transpired. She's going to bubble up. She's going to pop up to the surface, and she's going to have a new album and a new video. She has been featured with, Justin Timberlake, Busta Rhymes, her own brother. She is going to find a way to reinvent herself so that she is relevant, giving quality music, and that she's consistently doing it. So entrepreneurs, that's exactly what we have to do. If we plan to stay in our game and boss up, level up, we've got to find a way to constantly learn new things, try different things, so we can be relevant, so we can continue to provide awesome service to the people that our clientele. So that's the second thing. The third thing is that I mentioned before, Guys, we all want freedom. So as entrepreneurs, we can take a note from Miss Jackson that, one, we've got to be in control of our business, control our attitudes and our activity, and we want to be able to provide that living and show it to people and give them the permission to do the same thing. So we're in the business of showing and profiling for people what true independence is, what true freedom looks like. So naturally we can get that from Miss Janet Jackson, Miss Queen Jackson. And now this is a funny one. So during the Super Bowl, we heard about the wardrobe malfunction. Drop a one. Guys, if when you saw that, you was like, okay, it was a fluke. Okay, y'all planned it, you know. And guys, right now, if you think this is funny, if you think some of your team members need to hear it, comment, tag them, share it right now. I'll give you a major shout out, because they definitely don't want to miss the last reason I think entrepreneurs need to be or take some notes from Miss Janet Jackson. So number 4, when we had that Super Bowl snafu, whether it was planned or not, guys, everybody was up in arms about it. Even Justin Timberlake eventually came out and responded. But let me tell you what Miss Jackson did. Silence. Military silence. She did not respond. She did not give heed. Guys, Winston Churchill said that if you'll never make progress if you stop at every dog that barks. Okay? So what Miss Jackson is showing us is that when you're putting your nose to the grindstone and you're building your business and you're helping people and you know that that's what you're called to do, ignore the naysayers. Ignore them. Go out, attract your tribe, because they're looking for you. They're looking for the good service and product that you have to provide, the content. And guys, regardless of what others are saying, ignore the noise. Let your actions speak louder than your words. And the last thing that definitely entrepreneurs could really learn from Miss Jackson is to be undeniably good. Be unforgettable. Steve Martin says that you should be so good that people cannot deny you. So during that era, 1990, 91, I was high school, senior in high school, going into my senior year, 1991. Guys, at that time, Janet Jackson was the highest paid single artist in the world. And if you've heard any of my stories about one of my favorite business comeback stories, is how Richard Branson signed her with Virgin Records. I can read that article every day of the week and cry. It was just an amazing story. But Richard Branson went out on a ledge by offering her the highest contract that had ever been offered to a single artist, group or otherwise, okay, for one album. He offered her $15 million. He knew that was going to set them apart from the competition, because the other record labels were offering people contracts with multiple albums. He went to the bank and said, look, this young lady is phenomenal. She's the top female artist of our era. She's gonna be bigger than her brother, and we need to do this. We need to get her on our label. This is going to solidify and corner the market for Virgin Records as being the sexiest record label in the industry. So because of Richard Branson, guys, read his book. The guy is phenomenal. So what he did was he courted her, and the article on his website actually talks about how he courted her. He was pretty sure how the morning that they were going to sign the deal, the banks needed another $11 million. He was like, how do I come up this? But I'm not going to tell you the ending. You got to go read for yourself. So when they finally signed her for a record multi-million-dollar contract, I don't even know if anybody's been signed for that much since. Guys, she stayed with Virgin Records for 17 years, released 5 million top-selling albums. One of them, Janet, sold 20 million copies worldwide. Now, guys, entrepreneurs, that's how good you have to be. Guys, you have it in you. You got the same thing in Janet Jackson that she has. I mean, within her. You've got the same thing that's in Richard Branson in you. You've got to be so good at what you do. Your mindset has to be so sharp. Your marketing skills have to be so beast that people can't deny you. Okay, people cannot deny that you're the number one in your corner market, or in this industry, or in this particular field that you're in. Guys, that is what Miss Jackson showed us, that you can be undeniably good. And people, guess what? The thing is, this is wild, but the world will compensate you for being good at what you love to do if you're good at it. So run that back again, guys. Learning from Miss Jackson, Janet Jackson, new mama. Props up. Drop a baby bottle in the comments, guys. She taught us that personal branding is important as an entrepreneur, that you can revive your career every phase. You can reinvent yourself, that you can, as an entrepreneur, you need to be independent and take control of your life and your business. And that when things go awry in your life, like her wardrobe malfunction, that you can ignore the naysayers, stay focused, get tunnel vision. And last thing, like Stephen Martin says, guys, be so undeniably good that they cannot deny you. So, hey, drop a like, comment, tag somebody if you know or believe that they need to hear this, guys, to encourage them, to uplift them. And I want to thank you always for coming on, dropping on board, and let me know how you're feeling. So with that being said, guys, have a fantastic Saturday, and I'll turn you back over to your regularly scheduled program.